Welcome to the deep dive. We plunge headfirst into the most intriguing subjects, armed with a stack of sources and, well, a mission to get you instantly well informed.
That's the plan.
Today, we're wading into the, let's say, wonderfully bizarre world of Hideo Kojima.
Ah, yes. Always an experience.
Definitely. It's a place where critics have pointed out you might find things like a cyber-sore-eyes platypus semen or maybe a talking crash test dummy.
Or that puppet in a hot tub.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty out there, and if that doesn't grab your interest, well,
You might be in the wrong place.
maybe. So we're diving deep into his latest, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, just released.
Right.
We've got a pile of reviews, expert takes, analyses, trying to figure out what makes this one tick.
And the mission today?
Our mission, yeah, is to sort of unpack why some are calling it this, all-time great sequel, even one of Kojima's best games.
High praise.
But then others are saying, well, it's good but not great, maybe struggles a bit with finding something totally new.
Okay, so the classic sequel dilemma. Novelty versus refinement.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this.
It's always fascinating, isn't it? The buzz around a Kojima game.
Totally.
The first Death Stranding. You'll remember. It was definitely unique, admirable even, but wow, was it divisive?
Oh, yeah. That debut for the new Kojima Productions.
Yeah.
Very specific.
Very. All those delivery missions, the sort of hauntingly beautiful landscapes, very Iceland-inspired, people say.
Right, that lonely traversal.
It created a really particular mood, a specific player experience.
So this sequel, On the Beach, it picks up, what, about a year later?
Roughly, yeah. Sam Porter-Bridges, he's back.
Our guy.
And he's really trying to have this quiet life out in the Mexican wilderness, apparently.
It was Lou, right, the baby.
Yeah, except Lou's not really a baby anymore. More like a playful toddler now.
So they're trying to make a go of it, parent and child.
Trying to build that, domestic peace.
Yeah.
Away from all the strangeness.
But come on, it's a Kojima game. That's not going to last, is it?
Yeah, not a chance. Predictably, that peace gets shattered.
How so?
Well, his old colleague, Fragile, she comes knocking.
Back in the game.
Pretty much. Time to connect another continent. More package delivery.
So Fragile pulls him back in, but the road takes a bit of a detour this time.
You could say that. That initial mission starts in Mexico, yeah. But honestly, that's just a few hours.
Okay, so Mexico's just the intro.
Essentially, yeah. It's the prologue. The vast majority of Death Stranding 2. That's going to be down under. Australia.
Australia? Wow, okay. Why the shift?
Well, it seems like connecting America in the first game had some unforeseen consequences.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And there's this mysterious cult that's popped up and some kind of supernatural gate. Standard Kojima stuff, really.
Huh, right. Just another Tuesday. So this shift, it signals more than just location, right? What about the story itself?
Well, that's one of the big talking points. A lot of reviews are saying the story here is, significantly improved. Describing it as much better written, well-paced, and just, overall more enjoyable than the first one.
Interesting. And the tone. I heard something about that.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one. Kojima himself called it a much weirder game.
Weirder than the first one. Is that possible?
Apparently. He said it feels tonally more like a campy sci-fi action movie.
Whoa. Compared to the first game's kind of obtuse, somber dread, as one review put it.
Exactly. He felt this shift let him explore more fun and interesting ideas.
Huh. Okay, a campy sci-fi action movie. Does that, risk pushing away people who like the first game's serious philosophical vibe? Or does it actually work?
It seems for most people it actually works. It enhances it.
Yeah.
Because despite that campy sci-fi description, there's still a really strong emotional core.
Okay.
Apparently something happens early on that sets really high emotional stakes for Sam.
Involving Lou, perhaps?
Seems likely. That relationship with Lou definitely gives this second journey a much more personal feel, apparently.
That makes sense. It grounds the weirdness a bit.
Right. And it's not just about Sam and Lou. There's this whole new structure.
You mean the base?
Yeah, the new central hub. Fragile sets up this new company, Drawbridge.
Okay.
And they operate from this colossal floating base, the DHV Magellan.
A floating base. Nice.
And it's helmed by this character called Tarman. Get this. He uses the likeness of the filmmaker George Miller.
Mad Max George Miller, seriously?
Seriously, though he's voiced by Marty Roan. But yeah, the visual is Miller.
That's wild.
So this ship, the Magellan, it's like a consistent home base. It allows for more character interactions, builds this sort of found family for Sam.
Ah, so less isolated than the first game.
Definitely. Feels more populated, more personality. It's a deliberate shift, moving away from that core isolation.
And new companions too, right? Not just the base crew.
Oh, yeah. One of the most talked about additions is Doleman.
Doleman.
Yeah, he's literally a man trapped inside a puppet.
Of course he is.
And he travels around on Sam's belt, just dropping wisecracks and commentary.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
They animate him at half frame rate, too, apparently. Gives him this really cool, jerky puppet effect.
Nice touch. Any practical use?
Actually, yes. Sam can apparently throw him up high to scout enemy bases.
Huh. A scout puppet. Love it.
And it's not just Dolman adding to the crew. Fragile herself, Leah Seydoux' character. She has a much bigger role this time.
Good, I like your character.
She forms this kind of lovable triple threat, as one review put it, with two new characters. Rainey, played by Shulik Futsuna,
Okay.
and Tomorrow, played by Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning, wow. Big names.
Definitely. And the way these characters are introduced, the plot points, it all feels better paced, more frequent introductions.
And they added ways to manage the lore. The first game had a lot.
They did. There are dialogue trees now, so you can choose how deep you want to go into exposition.
Oh, that's smart. Optional depth.
Exactly. And there's an in-game wiki for all the lore, terms, characters. You can check it anytime. Much needed.
For sure. Okay, but what about the bad guys? Any familiar faces?
Oh, yes. You can't keep a good villain down. Higgs is back.
Troy Baker's character, of course he is.
And reviews say he is gloriously hammy. Just steals every scene he's in.
How's he looking this time? Still the gold mask?
Apparently, he's leveled up his look. He's parading around in a mech suit,
Okay.
wearing drag makeup,
You're right.
and wielding a flamethrower electric guitar.
Okay. That is certainly a choice. Embracing the theatricality, then.
Absolutely. Sounds like peak Kojima villainy.
Wow. Okay, so the story sounds richer, weirder, maybe more focused. But let's talk gameplay. How does it actually play?
Right, the core loop. Delivering packages, that's still there. Described as, peaceful, almost relaxing, menial task sometime.
The meditative part.
Exactly. But, and this is a big but, action is way more central this time. Far more inherent to the experience than in the original.
Okay. So less purely walking simulator. How's the action feel?
Big improvements, apparently. The gunplay feels much improved.
Good. That was a bit clunky before.
Yeah. And stealth, non-lethal options. They're more fleshed out. Much more viable.
So more choice in how you handle things.
Massively more choice. Some are calling it easily one of the best playing Kojima games to date. Much more player autonomy.
That's high praise, especially considering Metal Gear.
Right. One review summed it up like, you can sneak, traverse, or strap 2 machine guns on your truck and fly in at 60 miles per hour. It's up to you.
Okay.
This is a walking simulator or a chaos simulator. Your choice.
I like the sound of Chaos Simulator.
Huh.
And Australia itself. Does it present new challenges?
Oh, yeah. The environment isn't just scenery. It actively fights back.
How so?
Dynamic stuff. Earthquakes causing rock slides that block your path.
Oof.
Timefall, that weird aging rain, it can now actually flood rivers, making them impassable temporarily.
Whoa, okay.
Sandstorms that just kill your visibility. Bushfires creating these huge, dangerous roadblocks you have to navigate around.
So the world itself is more reactive, more dangerous.
Much more. Adds this constant layer of having to adapt, rethink your route.
And the BTs. Those spooky ghost things.
Beached things, yeah. They've evolved, too.
How? Still just lurking, waiting for you to stumble into them.
Less of that, actually. They're apparently fewer in number overall.
Okay.
But when they do show up, they're often more dangerous variants. And they actively patrol. They search for you. Kind of like Metal Gear guards, someone said.
Oh, interesting. So more like a stealth encounter than just avoiding an invisible minefield.
Exactly. Which sounds far more compelling, right? More engaging.
Definitely. Less frustrating, maybe.
And apparently Sam is very well equipped to handle them from the beginning this time. You're not quite as helpless early on.
Good to hear. So with all this, improved combat, dynamic environments, smarter enemies, does it change the kinds of missions you do?
It leads to a lot more variety in the main objectives, yeah.
Like what?
Well, you might have a mission where you need to clear out a camp of armed militia soldiers. And you can go in stealthily or, guns blazing.
The chaos simulator option?
Right. Or another mission might be purely traversal, like tracking the faint footsteps of a lost ally across a difficult landscape.
Okay, more traditional Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there are quirkier ones, like escorting an injured kangaroo to an animal shelter.
A kangaroo. Okay, Australia confirmed.
Exactly. But the point is, this variety encourages really strikingly different ways to play from mission to mission.
Cool. So, with all this change, what about the social strand system, that whole online connection thing?
Ah, yeah, Kojima's big idea, that asynchronous multiplayer where what you build can help other players, and vice versa.
Is that still central?
Very much so. It's still the heart of it, really. As Sam connects Australia, bit by bit, new delivery methods open up.
Like roads.
Roads, definitely. But also things like a rebuildable monorail system.
Monorail for cargo.
Yeah, for easier transport of large cargo loads, which sounds like a lifesaver.
Oh, tell me about it. Those big deliveries could be rough.
And just like in the first game, the impact of the whole player community is huge.
So, other players are building roads, ladders, bridges, monorails in my world.
Exactly. All contributing to the shared infrastructure. It's still seen as one of the best uses of online connectivity in a single-player experience. It really works.
That like system is back too, right? Giving props to helpful structures.
Yep, the likes for encouragement. And you can also send out aid requests if you need specific help or materials from other players.
It really fosters that sense of community, doesn't it? Even though you never directly interact.
It really does, like this
Hmm.
quiet, global collaboration. Reviewers were unanimous, don't play offline. You miss out on a huge part of the experience.
Makes sense. What about just general usability? Any quality of life improvements? Menus and stuff.
Oh, loads. That seems to be a
Cool.
major focus. Much simpler menu navigation, apparently.
Thank goodness.
Weapons instantly switch to the ammo type you want instead of cycling through.
Nice.
There's a D-pad quick button for managing cargo on your back. And this thing called APAs, Autonomous Personal Aid System Enhancements. Basically, upgrades to beef up Sam's core abilities, make traversal smoother.
Okay. Anything else?
Zip lines can curve now.
Sit! Ah! Really? That was always so rigid.
Apparently, a small change, but probably makes a big difference in building networks.
Definitely. And visually, audibly, how does it stack up?
Oh, people are raving, calling it one of the best-looking video games ever.
Wow. High bar these days.
For sure. Stunningly designed Australia, apparently utterly beautiful, photorealistic environments, best-in-class performance capture for the actors.
Sounds incredible.
And the soundtrack is getting a lot of love, too, described as feeling like Kojima is texting you a playlist.
Huh. That
Yeah.
fits. Always has distinctive music choices.
It really seems like a feast for the senses, visually and audibly.
Okay, so, lots of praise. Improved story, better gameplay, amazing visuals, great QL stuff. But it can't be perfect, right? What are the counter-arguments?
Right, important to cover those. While it's widely praised, some reviews definitely felt that Death Stranding 2 kind of struggles to add new novelty to an already distinct foundation.
Meaning, too similar underneath it all?
Sort of?
Huh.
Or maybe? Is it too easy now? That's a point that comes up.
Too easy? How?
Well, some critics noted what they called a disappointing lack of friction.
Lack of friction.
Yeah, the argument is that the game gives you high-end tech early on. Things like vehicles, better exoskeletons, you get them sooner.
And that's bad because...
Because it potentially undermines some of the game's unique core mechanics. That careful traversal, the resource management, the struggle that defined the first game, it's lessened if you can just hop in a truck early on.
Ah, I see. It reduces that feeling of vulnerability, that challenging journey,
Yeah.
leading to a loss of friction.
Exactly. So the question is that easier access a negative?
Hmm.
Or was it maybe a deliberate move by Kojima to make it more accessible, broaden the appeal, even if it sacrifices some of that unique challenge?
Interesting trade-off. What about the increased focus on combat?
That's another point of contention for some. That shift towards more weapons, more
The
spectacle.
chaos simulator aspect.
Right. Some felt it detracted from what made the original unique, that it pushed it towards being a more ordinary experience in some ways.
And boss fights.
Some found them a bit unimaginative compared to the creativity elsewhere. So it feels like maybe Kojima pivoted towards broader appeal, more conventional action-adventure stuff.
Which might please some, but disappoint those who love the avant-garde friction of the first one.
Precisely.
Any other criticisms? Narrative? World building?
A few, yeah. Some found the story, despite the improvements, still got mired in familiar story beats, kind of retreading ground.
Okay.
And while the new cast is praised, some felt they weren't quite as compelling overall as the original crew. Hard act to follow, maybe.
Sure.
And then there's the fan service.
Oh,
Lots of
wow.
winks and nods, apparently. Homages to the Metal Gear Solid series.
The Kojima does love his references.
He does. But some felt it went a bit too far here, occasionally placing key dramatic scenes in distracting fan service territory.
Pulling you out of the moment. Gotcha.
We should also probably touch on, there has been some criticism about questionable tropes around women.
Okay. Like what?
Well, reviewers cited things like an unskippable photography minigame, where 3 female characters are just posing for the camera, and a central female character who apparently often takes her shoes off, and other crew members constantly comment on it.
Okay. And critics felt these were...
Generally described as unnecessary. Just felt a bit dated or gratuitous to some.
Right. Important to note those criticisms.
Yeah. And it's funny because Kojima himself said he wanted DS2 to be divisive.
Right. He didn't want it to be easy to chew, easy to digest.
Exactly. But paradoxically, some critics felt this sequel ended up being more amicable to players, more approachable, and maybe, in its design choices, actually safer than the original.
Huh. So maybe less divisive than he intended for some?
Potentially, yeah. Less friction, more accessible, safer. An interesting outcome.
So wrapping this all up, what does this mean for you, the listener, thinking about this game?
Well, it seems clear that whether you see Death Stranding 2 as the ultimate evolution of Kojima's vision, or maybe a slightly safer, more conventional sequel.
It's still undeniably a Hideo Kojima game.
Oh, absolutely. It's a testament to his willingness to take these big creative swings, even now.
Yeah. The reviews paint a picture of a triumphant combination, right? Complex sci-fi story, evolved stealth action.
Definitely. An inventive journey packed full of both shock and awe. Even if, as we've discussed, it's not perfect, no game really is.
True. And it sounds like even with the increased action and maybe more accessibility, those core themes are still there.
Absolutely. Human connection, building community in a pretty bleak world. That idea that you're never truly alone, thanks to this trend system, that still seems profoundly poignant.
Yeah. So maybe a final thought to leave people with. In our world, which is leaning more and more on digital stuff, automated solutions, what does it really mean to keep on keeping on, like Sam does? And what does it mean to, as Fragile apparently says in the game, embrace another person? She says something like, chirograms, those hollow projections are great, but nothing beats a hug.
Wow, yeah.
So does chasing broader appeal, making things more convenient and entertainment, does that automatically dilute a really radical artistic vision? Or could it be, maybe as Kojima hopes, some kind of new synthesis, finding a way to be weird and welcoming?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Can you have both? Deep food for thought there.